Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and have a pleasant day. So my presentations will be about heavy metal concentration assessments using transplanted lichen Usnea misaminensis at Pasir Gudang, Johor. This article is authored by me myself, Azan Abbas, and Professor Dr. Laili Din from University Kebangsaan Malaysia. Right now, a little bit of the study background. So, lichen is actually a composite organisms that arises from algae and cyanobacteria living among filaments of multiple fungi species in a mutualistic relationship. Lichen often used as a biological indicators for equality. Problem statement of the study: the research of lichen emissions monitoring in Malaysia's more focus on lichen diversity and frequency. There is still lacking in the use of transportation methods to control equality in Malaysia, especially in the industrial areas. Plus, air pollution monitoring in Malaysia is more subjected toward technological approaches compared to the other approaches such as biological indicator or biomonitoring. So the research aim is to analyze the content of heavy metals using lichen transplanted Usnea minaminensis as an additional options for air quality assessment. So the sampling location is Pasir Gudang, Johor. So actually Pasir Gudang is an industrial town located in Mukim Plentong, Johor Bahru District, Johor, Malaysia. The main industry are transportation, logistics, shipbuilding, petrochemicals, and other heavy industries such as oil palm storage and distributions, which is located in Johor Port and Tanjung Langsat. And all experiments were separated into 45 days at 15 different sampling sites, and the only one sample was omitted from the separations to be the control samples, which we collect the sample from ENEVT08 National Park. So this is the materials and methods. So there are three major materials methods. The first is the sampling procedures, which is samples were taken from control station, which is ENEVT08 National Park, and then the collected lichen samples were transplanted into Pasir Gudang for a month, and then after a month we collect all the samples and bring it back to the lab for the further analysis using inductively coupled plasma mass spectrometry. And after that, we do the statistical analysis using one-way ANOVA, and then the post hoc test using Tukey tests. Okay, now this is the final result from our study. So we have sampled from 15 stations and one from control stations for all the 6 heavy metals accumulated in the lichen, transplanted lichen Usnea minaminensis. So as we can see here, the sampling stations number 7, 8, and 9 were among the top 3 that have the most concentrated heavy metals in Pasir Gudang, Johor. Right now, the analysis that we have done is ANOVA, one-way ANOVA, where the p-value is significant at below less from 0.05, and our analysis have found that the p-value is 0.0000, which we can conclude that the variations among heavy metals and sampling stations is significant. So the findings, the accumulation of heavy metals in lichen strongly match the concentration of heavy metals in Pasir Gudang city center. All heavy metals have too much to do with the amount of automobile travels, that the accumulation of zinc in lichens is usually correlated with the rise of travel along road lines servicing inner city metropolitan centers. This research found that the concentration of heavy metals in lichen samples was related to the industrial practices and traffic emissions. All heavy metals showed similar patterns, with higher concentration found in lichen sample of highly dense urban areas than in the nearby forests or highlands. Then, in overall, we can say that industrial activities, human activities, traffic emissions were the highest or the most influential contributor towards heavy metal pollution in Pasir Gudang, Johor. So we can conclude that this work indicates the lichen Usneomiaminensis may be used for the assessment of heavy metal accumulations in urban areas. In addition, there is a significant variations between heavy metals in Pasir Gudang, and lastly, the concentration of heavy metals in Pasir Gudang differs, with a higher concentrations in the region of the city center than in the region of the agricultural or woodland regions. Therefore, thank you for listening and have a good day.